What's up, everybody? Gano's back with another video. Now, you probably may or may not have seen my 4 help wanted videos that I made last year about how difficult it was for me to find a job and how I just ended up working at the doctor's office with my mom. Yeah. And then in my previous vlog, I told you I was going job hunting once again. But all of a sudden, all those problems I had last year don't seem to exist. Let me explain. Okay, first, the movie theater. Not the multiplex, the other movie theater in Farmingdale. They called me around like the end of June and said, we'd like you to come in for an interview. And so, go in, take the interview, I'm introduced to the general manager, said I was a nice guy. You know, that really heightens my chances. Not long after that, I get a call from the bowling alley in Babylon. They said, we'd like you to come in for an interview. So, went through all that. Took the interview, drug test, background check. And it was basically a race to see who would call me first. To say, you got the job or you don't have the job. Which is something some other places should have done. Target. So I waited, and over the weekend, not this weekend, a few weekends ago, the one place that won was the bowling alley. And they said, we have a job opening if you're interested. And I said, hell yeah, I'm interested. So, if you probably can't see in the background over there, that's my bowling uniform. I am currently still working at Babylon Bowl. For a few weeks, I'm in training. I am a lane attendant. I've been working a couple of nights a week. I'll probably have a definitive schedule after this Wednesday. So you think, yep, I've got the job. It's all done, over and done with, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Because for a job in so many places, you're not just going to get a call from one place or two places. I ended up getting a call from a third place. This one happened to be Good Samaritan Hospital. And this would actually be a benefit for me because I'm still interested in going into the medical field. Though since past my last semester of college, I've been rethinking whether to go into surgery or pharmaceuticals, but that's for later on. So in this instance, I was interviewed for the position of unit clerk in medical records. You know, interview, typing test, tour of the medical records in the hospital, you know, the norm. You know, this happens over a period of like 3 or 4 weeks. And by then, the movie theater hadn't called me yet, saying, you know, the next step in my employment process. So my parents were discussing with me last weekend, saying, you know, the movie theater hasn't called you in all these weeks. Perhaps they've forgotten about you. 2 hours later, lo and behold, the movie theater calls and says, we've narrowed it down to a few people and we'd like you to come in for a second interview. I'm like, oh boy. So I go into the second interview, which only lasted 5 minutes. It's like, do you have any cash handling experience? Would you object to working on the floor? Would you object to working in Westbury? When can you start? And so they said they'd call me between the time this video is being uploaded to about Friday. So now the dilemma this summer isn't that I don't have a job, is that I might have too many. I'm already hired by the bowling alley, and I'm going to stay committed to that because I've wanted that job for years. Ever since Werner's Bowl in Lindenhurst, before they closed, like, in 2004, I think. Yeah. And, the movie theater is probably going to call me soon. And then the hospital already checked my references, and of course they're giving me a thumbs up. So it's basically what I'm gonna do between the hospital and the movie theater. I mean, the movie theater is probably gonna say yes, and they're gonna want me to come in and start training with them. Now, if the hospital says we're sorry we can't hire you at this time, that's fine. I still had 2 jobs over the summer. I'm sure I can work both schedules out. My issue is going to be if the hospital says yes. Because then I said, yep, I'm the movie theater, yeah, you can hire me, I can start whenever. But then the hospital comes along and now I got to go on my word and say, I'm sorry, I can't accept this job. So I'm hoping something happens before that. Like the hospital calls me before the movie theater so I can just tell the movie theater, I've been given another opportunity, I cannot take this job. That would make it a little easier. So I'm hoping that occurs instead of option B. So, yeah, all those help wanted videos I made last year, they don't really mean much anymore. Considering I have one that can last me the whole summer, maybe 2. And, now I got some money to pay for gas when I go back in September. So, that's it. And I'll see you later. Peace.